Hi, my name is Eve. I'm a pharmacist by day and co-founder of Money Medics, which is an online platform focused on money management for millennials. And this is my real money story. So what does money mean to me? Well, it gives me like an added sense of security. It unlocks particular opportunities and experiences that you wouldn't usually have access to. And the reason why I feel this way is because growing up, I kind of felt a bit trapped by my socioeconomic status. So I grew up in a council estate, and I just felt like there were certain goals that were like way out of my league, and like I had like a glass ceiling over my head. There were certain things that I just couldn't really achieve. It just wasn't within my capabilities because of where I came from. But then I was really inspired by things that I would see my parents do growing up. So they went from, of course, living in a council estate to them buying their own property, paying off their mortgage, becoming property investors, and I was just so inspired with them. And it just made me realize it really isn't about how much money you earn, but it's all about what you do with the money that you have. So my financial journey over the years has actually been a bit of a roller coaster. So I got my first real taste of money when I was at university because I had a part-time job. But I was so reckless. Like, I would spend recklessly every single month. I would spend on stupid things. Like, for example, every month I would spend hundreds on just hair extensions. That's how I would spend my money. But my turning point came when I bought my second car, actually. This car was straight out of the showroom, which I would not recommend, especially being so young and considering how much I was actually earning at the time. So I had a brand new car and 2 years to pay off £10,000. And I really got hard with my budgets. And over the 2 years time, I did it. I was able to pay off the £10,000. And that really did change my outlook with how I budget, because it made me realize I wasn't actually missing out on anything whilst I was budgeting. I was still enjoying my life, I was still enjoying my friends, etc. I just had to do things in a more strategic way. And then it made me realize, okay, if I can save £10,000 for a car, I can save £10,000 for a house. And that became my next goal. And then I bought my first property when I was 24 years old, which is now my investment property as well. So Money Medics, we launched around January 2018, and around that time period, Nick and I were all about living luxury but at a very low cost. So we would go to like soft launches, which is basically when restaurants like Mayfair and different parts of London will have offers where you can buy food there for pretty much the same price as Nando's. Not too long prior to that, I had recently bought my property, and around the whole buying process, when I was trying to find out more information about mortgages, etc., I just found that a lot of the information that was around wasn't really tailored to people like me. It wasn't really for millennials. It was more for like more of like a middle-aged demographic. And the only type of content that I would see out there about millennials is just that, oh, millennials can't save, all we do is eat avocado and toast, we just go to Starbucks and drink coffee every day. And you know, I do like my occasional avocado and toast, to be honest, but that's not all we do, and there's so much more to us than that. And in general, we just used to have like lots of conversations about money anyway. So I thought, okay, why not just create a platform where we can talk about money management? And as cliche as this sounds, it was for millennials by millennials, and that's why we created it. Wow, coronavirus, that really did give me a reality check. So I remember I used to watch this program on Netflix about people that used to prepare for the end of the world, and when I used to watch this show, I would think, that's a bit extreme, you know, how likely is that to happen? But this whole coronavirus, lockdown, quarantine, that just made me realize that literally anything is possible, and we all need to be prepared for the worst. And by that I mean, as a bare minimum, we all need to have emergency funds, just as a bare minimum. So I remember around the whole February, March times, a lot going on for me. Of course, I had just had my wedding, which was lovely. I had just got back from my honeymoon as well. Literally 2 weeks after I got back from my honeymoon, that's when lockdown started. And then I think it was a couple of days after that, I found out that the boiler in my rental property needed replacing. So that was another £3,000 expense. Around that time, like the whole lockdown time, there was just a lot of anxiety and a lot of uncertainty, and I just didn't really know what the future was going to hold for me around that time. So it just really highlighted again the importance of being prepared. So over the past few months, my main aim has been, of course, increasing my emergency fund and increasing my sources of income as well. So by that, I have been working extra hard at work in my personal career, extra hard with Money Medics, as well as my own personal endeavors as well. This is my real money story.